When browsing the internet, I tend to see article titles, and just from different websites and everything. And I read the title and I go, "You have got to be goddamn kidding me!" And this one came across on one of the many channels that I follow, and it made me go, "What the hell?" So let's check it out together, shall we? In this lovely little article from CBR.com, The Flash production designer says audiences will, quote, forget Ezra Miller's crimes. The Flash production designer Paul Austerberry believes the DC Studios film will make audiences forget Ezra Miller's crime and problematic behavior. Now, before I get into the article, I think he's right. Um, Outside, I mean, there's probably a lot of people that don't know any of the nasty, foul, putrid, disgusting things that Ezra Miller's done because they don't pay attention. They don't pay attention to any of the bullshit behind the scenes, or I guess how much this was behind the scenes. But ultimately, he's kind of right. People have a very short attention span unless you're reminding them every other day about the so-called grooming, alleged involved, in the choking and the arrests, the actual arrests and charges that were filed against Ezra Miller. People will simply forget and go, "Ooh, what's the next big thing?" Because that's what people do. Don't ask questions, just consume product and get excited for next product. Let's see what the article has to say. Besides repeating the same line in the top paragraph of your article, The Flash's production designer Paul Austerberry believes Ezra Miller's performance on the screen will make fans forget. How? Is that just copied and pasted? No, it's just reworded. It's the same sentence reworded. Talking to CBC, Austerberry said Miller did such a superb job that, quote, people will forget all the negative press the actor accumulated in the last couple of years. He stressed Miller's dedication and professionalism while being under, quote, a lot of pressure. Oh, God. Austerberry pointed out Miller had to play two different versions of the character, switching roles every few days, according to the production designer who won an Academy Award for The Shape of Water. Miller had only 3 days off during the entire shoot. I'm sorry, but that's not an excuse for your repulsive behavior. This is they filmed 6 days a week and spent one in stunt rehearsals. It has been reported earlier that Miller did their own stunts. Ezra Miller did his own stunts. Fuck you, you're a piece of shit, I do not respect you. Ezra Miller's legal troubles. Let's see what the article has to say about the legal troubles, shall we? Let's go on a little journey. Miller has a history of run-ins with the law. Yep, he's been arrested. And alleged, it was caught on video. That's not alleged behavior. You were caught on camera. Holy. Huh. Alleged erratic behavior, starting with an arrest for drug possession in 2011, which led to 2 citations of disorderly conduct. In 2022, they faced multiple charges and accusations with video evidence, including burglary, disorderly conduct, harassment, and second-degree assault. Multiple witnesses breaking and entering. Anyway, the parents of indigenous activist Dakota Iron Eyes accused the actor of grooming their daughter since childhood and filed a protection order against Miller. Allegations of drug abuse, child endangerment. They found bullets. They found bullets. Children apparently using his. Oh, fuck off. And harassment were also made in separate cases in Vermont and Massachusetts. Miller released a statement in August 2022 acknowledging, quote, suffering complex mental health issues and saying they had begun ongoing treatment. You know, I believe in giving people a second chance. Owning up to your screw-ups is the first step. Don't make excuses. Apologize for what you did. Accept responsibility. Be held accountable. We can compare this to Robert Downey Jr. This is an absolute situation you can compare. Mental issues, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. Robert Downey Jr. went through the same thing. He was held accountable. He owned up to his mistakes, served jail time, came out and made a new person of himself. Now, is that possible for Ezra Miller to do here? Of course it is, if he is held accountable. But this little shield, this gender neutral shield that he has put himself in, is ridiculous. And that is what it is. I'm sorry. Regardless, he wants to be non binary, they want to be non binary, that's fine. But it cannot be used as a shield, because people will see that and people will judge you accordingly for it. Allow yourself to be held accountable. Serve time. Serve your justice. Let justice be served or whatever. Jury of your peers and all that nifty stuff. Actually get into an investigation and see what happened. But the article continues. Despite Miller's legal trouble and problems, The Flash has been generating considerable buzz for months. A recent screening had some participants calling it one of the best superhero movies ever. I doubt it. Yeah, that might be because of Michael Keaton. I would believe that more. Marketing for the film has focused heavily on Michael Keaton returning. That's why people want to see it. However, Barbara Muschetti, one of the film's producers, insisted The Flash is still the center of the movie, with Miller being in almost every scene. Well, of course, you have two of them in the movie. They're going to be everywhere. The Flash star's reported recovery. Oh, do tell us. Moreover, director Andy Muschietti, Barbara and Andy Muschietti, director and producer. It's a family affair. Recently updated audiences on Miller's progress, stating, quote, "We're all hoping that they get better. They're taking steps to recovery. They're dealing with mental health issues, but they're well. We talked to them not too long ago, and they're very committed to get better." Okay, take the steps to be held accountable, get the help you need, and become a better person. Miller first featured appearance as The Flash in 2017's Justice League, after cameoing as the character in Batman vs. Superman and The Suicide Squad 1 year earlier. While the initial theatrical version of the Justice League received lukewarm responses, Miller's performance was generally praised. No, not by everybody. The Flash opens in theaters in June 16th. So, to think that people will forget. I agree. More people will forget than you think. People will move on from this. The attention span, the acceptance of it. It also will depend. It is not going to take a movie to get people to forget. Simple passage of time, and people will stop talking about it. Now, if Ezra Miller decides to go out and get help, legitimate help, and atones for the things that they have done, then of course I do believe there's a road to recovery, a road to forgiveness. 100%. Anything can happen, but you have to show some sort of improvement and actual remorse for what you've done. Will that happen? It remains to be seen. Are you going to forget the things that Ezra Miller has been accused of doing, arrested for doing, caught on video for doing? Are you going to see the movie The Flash? I'm going to see it. But that's because, well, this is what I do. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate you making it this far. Leave a like, leave a dislike. Let me know what you think. Have a good night.